Vicky here with you, and today we're making some cards using some borders that I just made for one of my I made this for a higher tier video. So for those of you that are my Patreons, you will in that higher tier you will see this being made soon. But basically I made these because I wanted them for their freebie sheets of the month of May, because it's coming up, guys. It's coming up. So I made them using envelopes, and then I had a lot of fun making them, and now I want to use them to make some cards. I've put some sentiments on a sheet, and basically I'm thinking of, I want to make black and white cards. So let's start the timer. I want to make black and white cards, and I want to continue using my envelopes, because those are readily available security envelopes to everybody, and I just think it's a fun way of having some cards. So I have this black paper, and I thought if I put the black and then I use that, and then I cut a shape out of another security envelope, and well, yeah, so I cut a shape out of that and I put it on top, and I just kind of have fun layering. I thought that might be really a nice way of making some cards. So we're just gonna start off, and one of the things that I want to do is to scan those cards and then use those as well for the freebie sheets that I'm creating for my Patreons. So if you're part of the Patreon group, you get the freebies, and they're available for everybody, every tier of Patreon. So whether you donate $2 or more, you get access to it, and you get access to all the past stuff as well. And I just feel there's certain things I feel more comfortable in sharing, obviously, in a closed off setting versus YouTube. And these guys also allow me to support the channel, because clearly actually I think I want it a bit bigger, so I'm gonna cut it again, because YouTube is not like, it doesn't pay much of the channel. So even though I'm monetized, it's not a real big income. So the fact that my Patreons are there allows me to offer these videos and to make content and make it available for everybody. I'm thinking, should I go ahead and glue this down and then do the edge? That might be a better solution. Do I want to put it this way? I want to use my dies. I've got some dies there. But now I'm wondering if I should use some white first and then the dark. Okay, so let's glue this down first and foremost. Let's glue this portion down. Also got some flowers beside me, and I figured I could use those as well. Those are flowers that I got from the dollar store, and they're daisies, so I can use them and use the scan. One thing I try whenever I'm making anything to scan for my Patreon, it has to be my own design or something that I made, because obviously of copyrights and everything. So I'm gonna edge this. There's a little bit of white here. I'm just gonna cover it. Same with here. I'm sorry. And here we go. So now I do have some white, but it might be more off-white than my card. So maybe what I'm gonna do is use one of these to cut out a shape, because then I could do a shape within a shape, and then the word. So let's see. I was thinking of using squares first. So maybe I can use this. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, so I'm gonna use the square. I could have done like cut out a square out of the paper, but I'm gonna do it with this, just because this way I make sure that the other square fits perfectly within it. And then I'm gonna do a square in black. So an inside square in black. I could have used the inside here, but I don't want to take the chance that I don't line it up properly after and it looks weird. So there's that. And then I'm going to use the smaller square to do one of the envelopes. So maybe for this one I could use this one. Okay. So here we go. So it would be something like that. And then I can either put, like I could put this higher like this. And then I have the flowers here. I obviously don't want to have the yellow because that doesn't fit with the theme of what I'm looking for. So I have these dark brads here. I don't believe they're black. It looks more like a dark brown, but I think it's dark enough. And they're really flat so that it's not gonna be a problem. So I could do that here. And then put the sentiment here. Or initially I thought I would put the sentiment on top of this, but now I'm thinking that I might not want to do that. Yeah, so I could use the sentiment, one of the sentiments here. I just printed these out with my Word document, with a Word document, and just so that they were my own sentiments, so that, again, no copyright. So it could be get well soon, but I feel like it's too big. So maybe I'm going to use the hello instead. Yeah, that would be very elegant. I think that would be very pretty. So something just like that. Okay, so that's what we're going for. Now it's just a question of assembling it. But then I thought I was going to use my dies, but now I'm questioning whether I want to pull out some of my punches instead for some of this, because I've got a feeling like I have an idea in my head of something that I could do with the next card using circles. And I think I need to use my punches instead of having to pull out this. I think it's going to be faster as well. I'm just gonna grab them. They're right beside me anyway. And even if I plan everything out, there's always these elements of, as I'm doing the cards, that I'm thinking of some other design that I didn't plan out, and that's pretty much how I roll. So this is the first card, very simple, so something that you could do easily just using your whatever you receive in the mail, and just have fun with it. Okay, so I've got all kinds of different size. I think that's gonna work out great. So I'm just gonna put that aside and take the next card blank. I guess I could go and put that directly on there. That might be a different type of look. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. And I just had another different idea that wasn't planned at all. Okay, so with another die, another punch that I have, so I'm just gonna put that there. I'm gonna cut this out. Like so. And then I'm gonna pull out flower punch. It will be perfect for this. Okay, so I'm thinking that what I want to do, oops, paper's flying everywhere. This is the base that was used here, so thinking I want to do this. Do I do it? Yeah, this circle is probably the best size. I can get it to fit. 1, 2. 3. Okay, and then I'm going to use the smaller circle. Two, a little bit more. Okay. So then 1, 2, and 3. And oops, 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. And then it's too, the other sentiments are too big. Oh, my get well soon disappeared on me. That's what I saw flying. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to use the hello again, because that's going to be the best size for this. I'm just going to cut this one out so that it's ready to go. Because once I've cut out the paper, then my guillotine is going to, like, it's going to be too thin and I'm going to possibly cut my fingers off. So, okay, so do that. And then this. You could obviously make your own flowers. Whoops. You could make your own, like, just cut them with scissors and whatever. So my thinking is this. And then I want to put 2 buttons. That would be pretty. Yep. So something simple but fun. I was gonna put some twine in it, but I think I like having it the way it is, so I don't think I'm gonna add the twine now that I think about it. Okay, so now let me just place these so that I kind of know where I want them. And as I said, I'll be using these to make my freebie sheets of the month of May, so that my Patreons have card toppers for their sheets. Always fun to have a little bit of something to for them. I try to do it in advance, but I'm usually pretty bad and I'm last minute, so this is kind of nice to have it done a week before my before the beginning of May. Can't believe we're already at the end of April. Like, how crazy is that? Oops. I really like the black and white look. It's kind of a neat, very fresh, I feel. So here's that card. Now obviously you could do doodles around the edges, but I think I want to leave that one as is. And then let's make another one. Maybe for the other one I'll do a doodle. Maybe I should do it that way instead. I still have plenty of my border as well to play with, which is fun. Okay, the card goes that way. Better not mess it up. Okay, so I'm thinking, what do I want to do? Use that. This is too big, is it? I've got a feeling it's too big. Would have been perfect though to cut around this. Actually, I say it's too big, but I don't think it is. Okay, so let me see. Because if I could do that, then it would fit perfectly well. And in this circle, yes, it does. Okay, so that works out great. And then maybe this. I do want it off center for the fun of it. And then I could use this. Do I use this flower or do I use the other flower? And if I use the other flower, what color would I put it? So I feel like if I use this, it's hiding too much of the background. I'm not sure I like that. Kind of like using this. But do I go for white again? So I feel like black is weird. Unless I use both. Like put them like that. I kind of like that. Okay, so that, and then I see that I have some more of those little buttons. So then I could put that on top, which would be really fun. And then I can doodle around the edges. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So very simple tools for this video, mostly. And I mean, you could always draw your circles or your scallop and cut around it if you don't have punches or dies, because obviously I have some dies that would have done the same thing. It's just it's a lot easier with the punch and having to pull out the machine and everything. And again, using envelopes as being the pattern paper, because those are free. I don't know how long we'll have envelopes though, because a lot of the stuff is now being done via internet. There's less and less mail being sent out, so who knows how long there will be security envelopes. I might be using a supply that's short to be soon to be and no longer available, but I have a lot of them because my receptionist at the office keeps all the envelopes for me because she knows that I craft with them. And yeah, so it's fun way of using these up, because I've got them and otherwise I'm just hoarding them, you know. So I'm just gonna add an extra little border because I just feel it's gonna add to this card a little something. Question is, do I want to do a double or not? And there's no take two, because once I've done it, then that's done. But at the same time, I did only one there, so I'm not sure that I do want to add. I think I'm gonna keep it that way, just because I'm too afraid that I might regret the addition. So that's my last and third card. The bell is about to ring. So we've made 3 cards out of those borders. I think they turned out really awesome. I hope that you find that they turned out awesome as well. And I can't wait to know which one is your favorite. Is this something that you're going to try to do? Are you keeping envelopes, security envelopes? I would love to know. So love you guys. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.